Oh, and we're live. Hello. Sorry, take two. James is the cameraman, so you know it's going to be messed up today.
All right.
Okay, so we got Fabio and Mike and myself. I'm the cameraman right now. We're going to start with, Mike, what are we starting with today?
Today we're going to start with just a basic review, a very quick review of the warm-ups and the kids wolf pups drill. So that's basic side control with Neon Belly.
Wave. Oh no, I'm pressing wave.
Buttons as people showing up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna follow up with triangles and dogi today. Triangles and triangle concepts. So without further ado, we'll just go ahead and get in it. So you want to just go over basic warm-up stuff you can do. So I'll start here, Fabio, if you give me just a little space.
Get out of the way.
You're fine, you're fine. So remember we started last time with shrimps in place. I'll scoot back so you can see. I'm going to lay flat on my back, use my heels to my butt, and I'm going to shrimp. And I'm just going to bring myself back and shrimp, and shrimp, and shrimp. We covered this on Tuesday. So if you're having any, need any instruction, need really more refresher, please just go and watch that video from Tuesday. After we did shrimps, we did sit-outs. So sit-outs, I'm going to get on all fours here, and I'm going to just do a regular sit-out. I'm going to go one leg, one hand, sit through the floor, really tuck my elbow in my hip, come back into the floor. If you have enough space at home and you want to do it walking just like we do in warm-ups, you can. Just take your time. Don't have to go super fast. The goal would be probably to get about 20 or 30 reps of each of these. We covered rear break fall and technical stance. So rear break fall again, I'm going to chuck my chin, cross my hands, and do a squat. Then I'm going to roll myself back. When I come up, I'm in a good self-defense position, just like we covered yesterday. Good self-defense position. I can come up, I can practice my kick block, whatever I need. From here, put my foot back or my knee by my back hand. So that's my knee by my back hand, my foot, stand up, and back away. So that's a good quick review of the warm-ups that we're doing. There may be a few others that I forgot, but again, just go back to Tuesday and you can revisit those. So we'll get started with the wolf pups now. Coach Fabio, if you will please lay down. I'm going to go in top side control. I'm going to spin you here. Very good. So for the kids, very young kids, 3 to 6-year-olds, or everybody, I don't care, 3 to 98-year-olds, good side control concepts. It's very important that you get this position because it's a position you're going to end up in a lot, and being able to do it well will make good impact on your jiu-jitsu future. So, thing that I like to say is I like to have 4 points of contact. Now that's, number one is my knee is by his armpit, or in his armpit here, as you see his shoulders raised. If his arm's inside, it's going to be on the outside of his shoulder. 2, my other knee is in his hip, typically. 3, my elbow will be behind his head. And then 4, I'm going to go underneath his arm here, and I'm going to create this wedge here underneath his shoulders. So I'm creating wedges behind his head, his shoulders, and his hip here. And that's how I'm going to end up controlling him. And then again, I don't want to be way over the top here. This doesn't put pressure. It doesn't make me heavy. I want to put my weight back here, and I want to relax into my side of his body. Remember, if there's a dotted line going down his body, 90% of the time, I want 90% of my body on my side. Okay, and that's going to stop me from getting roller swept. If we go back. So knee on belly. So what do I want to do for knee on belly? Well, the position looks like this. I'm going to take my knee, I'm going to put it on top of his belly here. I'm going to point my knee towards his shoulder. So I'm going to make an X going across his body, going diagonal from his hip to his shoulder. I'm going to stick my other foot out so that my knee is pointing up to the ceiling. I switch sides. You see how my knee is pointing to the ceiling? I turn my toes out and that keeps my knee pointed up. When my toes go in, my knee will drop. So I'm gonna turn my toes out. So, if we go back to good side control here, how do I get there from side control? I'm gonna keep pressure here. I can post the hip if I want, or I can just simply push on the ground. I like to keep my hands on my partner or my opponent, always maintaining contact and pressure. So I'm gonna move my pressure to his hip, and then I'm going to jump up, or I can just slide my knee straight up to the belly. From here, I'm gonna push up, turn my toes out, so my knee is pointed up, and now I'm in knee on belly, okay? Important if you're practicing at home, practice for holding it for 3 seconds, so each position. So if I go into it, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. Put my hand on the hip, slide my knee up, turn up to good knee on belly. Remember, my knee is not down like this, it is up. 1, 2, 3. So parents, if your kids are doing this to you or you're doing it to your kids, remember, good pressure, especially if you're a larger person. I don't want to pick my foot up all the way unless I can maintain my pressure well with my body enough to not squash him, okay?
I do this at home, you guys, with my dog when I'm playing with her, and I never squish her if you do it the way Mike's saying to do it.
Right, so if you have good control, you can pick your foot up, and this is good, what knee on belly should be. If you don't, leave your foot on the floor, and then you can maintain your weight a little bit more back, but still practice the position, okay? So that's a quick review of our warm-ups and then the Wolf Pups curriculum that we were covering this week. Unless there's any questions there?
No, so far, no questions. A lot of people watching, though. We got 9 people.
Hey, awesome. All right. Cool.
Mike, do you want to go ahead just while you're here?
Yeah.
That way you can take over. Just go ahead and take your triangle right now.
Okay.
And then I'll go over the concepts and stuff to show your setup.
Sure. So my triangle that I like to do. So we went over basic triangle on Tuesday with the 1 in, 1 out, just push pull. But as Coach James said, that doesn't work very often once you get past your first couple months of jiu-jitsu, because people already know kind of what the concepts are for triangle. So I like to do things a little differently, and I'm gonna show that now. So I'm gonna pick an arm, and I'm gonna break his base. So whether I come hand, head, or whether I use my legs to pull him down, or whether I just break here like he's pushing on my arms, or here, I'm gonna swim inside and out. And you see how I get this overhook here inside his arm. So now I'm gonna control this shoulder. I wanna use my other hand a lot of times to control his head. And what's gonna happen is a lot of times he's gonna take his hand and he's gonna put it on my hip right here, because he wants to posture back up. This is gonna help him posture back up if he can push here and look up to the sky, right? He wants to break this. So what I'm gonna do is I come here and he wants to posture back up. I'm gonna go switch my hand from his head to his wrist here. I'm gonna push in and put my foot in his bicep, almost like doing spider guard, guys. And so now my guard is unlocked. My top side foot here is locking close around his back. So there's a couple things I can do. If you're really long like Coach James, or you got some good flexibility, especially if you can get to the side, you can pass this. And this becomes really easy then to climb and climb. Now I'm in my triangle guard, and then we just finish like we normally would. If not, if your legs aren't that long, if you're new to this, you're just trying to go quick, get in this hand here, get my foot in the bicep just like spider guard, and then just push pull right here. And I'm in my triangle again. And boom, get my angle, and then I get my tap. So that's one variation of the triangle that I really enjoy. For me, because I like to play that style of guard, it works very well. So, yeah.
Hold on.
Huh?
Guillermo is outside.
Hey, Guillermo!
He's watching and he's outside. It's awesome. I love that. Let me in. Let me in. Okay, Fabio, show your triangle.
Alright. Oh.
The butterfly.
Okay, triangle from the butterfly. Let's turn this way. Butterfly guard. Okay. You want when this guy start pummeling on me, like bring this hand, you want to get to this position here. So the overhook and grab it real strong grip here.
Similar to what Mike just showed you.
Similar, which Michael just said. So just get the overhook and hook, okay? So the other hand, you're going to grab by the wrist, okay? And then you bring this wrist to his chest, okay? As you do that, you drop to your back, and then just triangle your legs like this for the triangle guard. Okay, just secure his head. Okay, secure your chin, post, get your position, your angle, and then triangle, and finish from here.
One more time.
One more time.
Now, I've got a question. Are you like pushing him away with your butterfly and then falling, or just falling?
Yeah, I secure. Yeah, when I go, I want to grab the overhook, bring this to his chest, and then as I go, I just open my legs. Okay, and this grip here keeps brings him together. Like when he comes, bring him together. So if I don't have this grip, I just going to close my guard right here. It's not going to work, right? So I got this overhook, and then I control this wrist on his chest or his stomach, and then just fall back. Pretty much triangle guard. Start adjusting. Boom. And then
Well, I got one more question. So go ahead, start to do the setup,
okay.
and then
Pummeling, right? I try to get the underhook. It doesn't work, I grab the overhook.
now can you try to sweep him, and as you sweep, like you see that he bases and then fall?
Yeah. So the thing here, I get here, start pushing, he posts there. I'm pushing there, he posts, right? At the same time, I can just come
Ah, okay.
and then close the guard here. I have the arm bar right here if I want, but to finish.
So you can chain that butterfly sweep that we did last
Yeah.
week, just right into the triangle.
Yeah, it's a matter of opportunity, right? If you go for this sweep, he posts, boom. Okay? In that case, I was with the underhook, but I want the overhook, right? I was here, but then I switch. So I switch, get the overhook. Okay? Start bumping here. So you have to realize that you need like push him for the second option. You have to push him sideways so he posts, opens that space.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, on to next. Cool. Okie doke. So I'm going to show a basic no-gi setup, and then we're going to review how to attack from the triangle to end things, and we'll have time for questions. So, does my hair look okay?
Yeah, it looks
It
perfect.
looks off right now. Oh my God. So, from the full guard. So, everyone knows I like my hip bump sweep, or my Kimura sweep, whatever you want to call it, setup sweep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull him down. I'm going to hug him nice and tight. Okay? When he sits up, I'm going to sit up with him and come over the top of his arm. Okay? And when I'm here, if he doesn't do anything, I'm going to sweep him. I'm going to control his arm. I'm going to bump him with my hips, sit up and sweep him. All the way over. Okay? But now, let's say he counters it. Okay? Or I'm down points. I really need to go for submission. So what I'm going to do is when I'm here, I sit up. If I really want this setup for the triangle, I won't grab his arm. I'll just come here. And I'll just bump him to make him post. From here, look. I have the back of his head, or if I did go for my Kimura sweep and he's just strong, he just bases, I just come back. Okay, I call it pet the dog. Alright? So when I'm here, look. As I fall, because this is going to be very quick, guys. I'm going to pull my foot out. Fall. Very similar to what Fabio just showed. Okay? When I'm here, hips up, arm comes across, get my angle, and finish the triangle. Okay? So I'm here, I pull him down, I come up, whether I'm around his head or I actually come up for my Kimura sweep, it doesn't matter. Either way, I bump, he posts. I come back to the head. I fall. Legs just shoot up. I just fall and let my legs shoot up. I'm here, I have his head, don't let go of it. Hips up, arm comes across, grab my shin, make my adjustment, and finish my triangle. Okay, now with that being said, guys, it's gonna be very quick. So I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna come up, boom, I'm already in it. Hips up, and finish. Okay? Okay. Questions so far? No questions? Awesome. We're gonna go over one more quick thing real quick, guys, just how to attack from the triangle. So all those setups we just showed today, if you noticed, they all ended up in this type of situation. So we're gonna go over the same attacks we went over on Tuesday. If we have time, I might show one or two more little cool attacks. So I'm here. First thing is first. They like to posture up really, really, really high. If I'm here, it's gonna be very hard to pull him down. But what I can do is I have his arm. Okay, if his arm's here, I'm gonna pull it down and control. I'm gonna control, I'm gonna switch my feet over and pinch. Pinching my knees together. I'm just gonna pull his elbow over my hip and hip up. Okay? I'm here. The other thing that they can do, two other things that we went over Tuesday, they hug my hips. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the elbow if you need to. I'm gonna grab the elbow, now look. Hips up, and you just pull. Okay, just right here. The third thing, and then we're gonna go over something else. He takes my knee and puts it down to the ground. Look, I'm gonna keep this hand out, grab, squeeze his fingers really, really hard. Tuesday I wasn't able to do it because Mike's hand, but here, look, I'm squeezing really, really hard. I'm hiding my knee, or hiding his ear behind my knee. I can't see his ear or his shoulder right now. You guys might be able to because of the angle, but right now, from my angle, I can't see it. If I can see it, it's not gonna be able to rotate his shoulder. So I come here, control, hips in, and bring his thumb to my shoulder. Okay, now, I know I'm going over these very quick. If you guys need to see them in more detailed, more detailed, go back Tuesday, watch the videos again. But I want to re-emphasize one thing. All these submissions that we just did, very, very easy to defend. Okay, so the first one, let's go over the first one again. He postures up, I switch my legs, I pinch, I'm controlling his arm, and I'm coming down. Very, very simple. Grab, switch my feet, pinch my knees, kind of like I'm scissoring my legs together, and look. Very simple. Very simple for him to defend. Pressure down. He pushes down, but now look. It makes my triangle tighter. The other one, here, this is probably, out of all three of them that we showed, this is probably the least likely submission for him to tap from. So all he has to do is he has to let go and bring his arm across. Don't have a shoulder, but now look, again, right back to the triangle. Okay? The only way that he's going to tap from this submission is if he's stubborn and he doesn't let go. He lets go, he brings it across. I don't have the shoulder lock anymore. But now I go back to my triangle. Okay? Last one, same thing. He brings my knee down, I'm hiding, I'm coming here. This one's probably the most effective one because it's very, very fast, it's very tight. Really, really quick. But again, if I come here, all he has to do is turn into me. And now I've lost the shoulder lock. But again, makes the triangle tighter. Okay, so you need to learn, or you need to know how to attack from the triangle position, because you're never going to get a perfect triangle. At the same time, your submissions from that position isn't going to be highly effective, but it's going to make your triangle tighter. So your triangle success rate is going to go up. You know how to attack from that. Okay?
Percentage.
High percentage. Yeah. Any questions so far?
No questions so far.
Perfect. Do you have any questions?
About
The wrist lock?
yeah, another attack from the triangle.
So we have some time. If we have any questions, we're just gonna show a couple more things. If you have any questions, Michael, let us know. But I'm gonna show a couple more things just from that position. So we'll go over wrist lock and so I'm here. Again, from this position, it's a really mean one. It's Fretson actually loves it. He's actually the one who showed me it. Same thing from here, this position, when I'm going for my shoulder lock. Look, I come here, I grab his wrist, I figure four. Now all I do is I bring his fingers. I'm not just cranking down. I can get the wrist lock here. But look, I'm bringing his fingers away and turning it this way. If I just crank here, he's gonna be able to muscle out of it sometimes, just straighten his wrist. But what I do is I come here, bend it all the way across, almost like I'm going for the shoulder lock, and then turn it back. This motion here. What'd you say?
Like a J.
Yeah, like a J.
Yeah, Janelle. So the wrist locks, guys, these are more for the adults classes. Don't if you're a kid, you can practice, but be very careful, be very slow, because the wrist is very fragile joint. It doesn't take much to really hurt it. Same thing with the shoulder, actually. So watch when Coach James demonstrates this. He's using very much controlled pressure, and he's going to rotate the wrist. So as kids, don't necessarily worry about this one so much. Worry so much about the actual triangle itself.
Whoop. Sorry.
Okay?
Last one we're going to show today. Do you have any other questions?
No, not really. Janelle was just saying some of her kids are having a little trouble following. But when we see them the next time, we'll reiterate some of those concepts if they're really interested, okay?
Is there anything that they need us to go over?
Yeah, Janelle, if there's anything in particular that they have questions about, let us know. Type it in and we'll go back to it.
Okay, so last one today, guys, and then we'll leave the rest for review. I really like to do this, especially from this position, and this isn't working, or just being really, really strong or anything. Look, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push his head away. Bring my leg in front. Okay? In no-gi, it's a little different because I don't have anything to grab onto. I'm just going to hug under his leg. Here. Don't come here. If he comes here, he can grab my arm, roll when I sit up, roll, and come up into his own omoplata. And when it happens to you in practice, you feel like the biggest idiot. Reverse, omoplata. So I'm here, come under. Or if he's being really tight, I can grab with one hand on his ankle. Don't hug all the way though. Don't do that. Here or here. Now, I'm going to sit up, hug around his waist. Notice I still have his hand here. I don't let go of it. I come here. I'm going to S-mount. Now look, I'm going to butt scoot right towards you guys. I'm not going to butt scoot towards his head. I'm not going to butt scoot this way, almost at an angle, like a 45-degree angle. Just to drag him down. I don't want him up. Okay, from here, look, all I'm going to do, I'm pushing with my foot. I'm going to lean his hand towards his head. Okay, one more time. So I come here. I'm in my triangle. He has this down. Push. Bring this over, bring it really, really tight towards his head. Sometimes, guys, they're gonna be trying to posture up, down. Make sure it's pinched down. Bring my foot down, tuck it, and lean. Okie dokes.
Yeah. So Janelle's kids would like you to go over basic triangle one more time, please.
From Tuesday?
Yeah, let's just go over the guard. Sorry about that dip, guys. I'm gonna plug the phone in. It's getting a little low on battery.
Oops.
Oops.
My fault, guys.
It's shaky. Yeah, it's an
My fault.
earthquake.
So all I'm gonna
Alright.
do, do you want me to turn angle?
No, you're right. Okay, yeah, good.
So I'm here, one in, one out. Okay. When I have my triangle, guys, my leg that's on top of my other leg is the same side of the arm. Make sense? So I'm here. A lot of the times the arm's gonna be here or even over here. I need to get this arm across. Okay? Next thing, I really need to make sure I control his head. Okay? If he's all the way up and I have this arm here, that's okay. I'm gonna first go head first. Okay, but I need head control and then this arm. Okay? Next, I'm gonna see how his arm's all the way across. I'm gonna bring my shin, I'm gonna grab my shin and then let go of my legs with my other leg. Okay, but I keep control of my shin. I put my foot on his hip. Now look, his hand is pointing the direction I need to go. I'm gonna stay flat on my back on the ground. Very, very important. Don't turn to your side like this. See how you guys can see my back now? That's not good. I want to be flat. Now I'm gonna push to where his hand's pointing, almost so I can look into his ear. Okay? From here, guys, it makes it very, very simple. Go back. Makes it very simple. Look, I'm just bending my leg. Going straight. I don't have to turn or anything, it's just right here. Come back. So I'm here, I turn to make this natural for my body. My foot's up, I lock it nice and tight. Can you guys see the shoulder? Why can they see the shoulder?
Nope.
Can't see the shoulder, this is a tight triangle. Here, can you guys see this shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
That's not tight. Fabi, can you breathe? How about now? Okay, I'm not doing anything, I'm just sliding my leg from here to here. Now watch, this last little part, when it comes down, watch. My foot's gonna come down and out. Now from here, I got it. Just sit. If from here, I can't finish just by squeezing my legs together, I'm gonna pull on his head, pull on my leg, kids. That's what you guys need to do. Can't pull on the back of the head. Or I'm gonna get my angle even more, which makes it worse for him. Now he can't escape, and now I have the perfect triangle.
So we have some questions about if they are postured up, how do we break their posture back down into the guard? Or the triangle guard,
okay.
yeah. And they posture, you throw up the legs in the triangle.
So the thing is, that's with one of the attacks
Yep.
that we went over, okay? So the thing is, if it gets here and he comes up really, really high, I'm not going to be able to. That's where I have to switch to threatening this armbar. Because the thing is, this is a very easy submission for him to
Avoid.
escape. But the only thing he can do is come back down. And now I go back to my triangle. Makes sense? So if it's here, it's not good. If he even stands, I usually let go and just start to sweep. The only time I'll go up with him, if they stand, go ahead, stand, is if I'm close enough for him to pick me up. But in self-defense and MMA, don't do that. You'll be stand.
Yeah.
I cannot lift you anymore.
No, I got fat. What can I say?
Yeah. So guys, as you see, so you want to use what he's doing against him, and so like that arm bar is very avoidable for him. If you just threaten the arm bar, if you know, hey, he's likely going to do X, so I'm going to do Y and expect him to counter with Z, I can move to the next thing already, which is going to improve my triangle success rate.
Did you
Okay.
switch the camera, or is it still on me?
That's still on you guys. It's not on me. I'm just talking. I'm just watching you guys giggle. But But anyway, so hope you guys can understand that. If anybody has any other questions, feel free to head to post them in the chat here, and we'll try to respond to them immediately. Any other triangle concepts you want to cover?
No.
Maybe the proper way to squeeze with your legs.
No, I should.
Okay.
Yeah, just here.
Yeah. So I think something that people get tripped up about is when they squeeze with their legs, they're trying to squeeze them together versus like necessarily like scissor them through, right? So maybe talk about like how you decrease the hole, the size of the hole.
So I can just show without Fabio. So look, I'm here. So when I get my angle and everything, remember how I went down and then out. Well, when I do that, that's all I'm doing. But now look, all I'm going to do is pinch with both knees after I come here. Once I'm here, there's not a lot more room you can do. You have to pull the head, pull the legs, get under the leg. The big thing I will say, because we went over this side, right? We went over this side. You can't see you can't see the shoulder, so that's a good triangle, right? Here you can't see the shoulder, so it's not tight. What we didn't go over is the other side. Actually, I'm really glad you went over this. So what if? So I got really long legs, guys. You guys see his neck? That little hole? That's not gonna choke him. So this side also has to be flush. This is a super tight. He's not getting out of this. Okay, this is nice and tight. I come down. My back of my knee is on my shin, not my foot. You'll break your foot. I've done it. It sucks. Here, down. Now look at my knees. Just bring them together, just a little bit. All right, hold. He's gonna go out.
So would you say it's almost like you're trying to scissor your knees?
Kind of. They're. If that's a scissor, yeah, kind of.
And
But
flex your thighs.
yeah, flex the thighs, pinch your knees. When I think of scissors, though, I think of like. So yeah, I guess the same motion. Yeah, I think of like a butterfly flapping its wings. Boop, boop, boop. Don't give me. That was not good. Any other questions?
No, there's no other questions at all right now.
Make my legs itch. That's nice. So we'll stay open, guys, for a
Yes,
couple other minutes, a couple more minutes for questions or anything. I do want to shout out. I don't know, is Justin Wilson watching?
He's not right now, but
Okay, I do want to shout out to Justin Wilson. He sent me some videos of kids practicing, of his kids practicing at home, and I was able to do some critiques here and there for them on some of the things that they were working on. So parents, I really encourage you guys, especially while we're doing this right now, send videos of them practicing and stuff. Send them to me, send them to Mike, send them to even Fabio, and we can sit there and be like, oh, this is great. They need to fix this and that. You know, we can critique over Messenger, Facebook Messenger. So if you guys are interested in doing that, especially right now, just shoot us a 30, 90-second video, and we can say, oh, they just gotta fix this, they gotta fix that. That way they can keep training at home and stuff. So super shout out to Justin Wilson for sending the videos and
Yep.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
Mr. McKinney's got a question about what happens if they're defending the triangle and they roll you, so you get into more mounted triangle situation. What does that look like, and how are you going to finish that?
So I finish it a little differently than other people. I've showed this in practice, and some people are like, oh, it's a neck crank. Some people are like, oh, it's a choke. So there are a couple different ways to finish that. So, and Matt, if we are talking about two different things, just stop us at any time, okay? So I'm here. So I typically boom, I roll, and I get here. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, sorry, Father, are you okay? I am. So a couple of things. One, if I get here and my legs are locked, perfect. Okay? There's a bunch of different ways. But the other thing is, what if I let go of mid roll? I've been rolled a lot with the triangle before. Hurts my legs a lot. Actually, in a competition, against a really, really big guy. Really, really big guy. I rolled him, and he actually sent a stress fracture down my leg. I still finished, though. Yeah. Anyway, you know. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my foot and lift him and get my leg close. So if I do have to let go, that's all I have to do. Don't abandon it. You still have it. Just come behind my leg, lift, and come here. Now to finish it, got 2 or 3 different things. One, I could say screw the triangle. Armbar. Very, very simple. Just, okay. 2, I can do the traditional, put my head down and squeeze his head. I'm going to lift my head up. When I put my head down, I just squeeze and just pull his head into my leg. Okay? Or 3, you okay? 3, my favorite, I've actually, for me, I've had the most success for it. All I do is I put my hands down, right where my hips are facing. And all I do is I walk my hands towards his legs, and I just keep walking until he taps. What it does is it turns his neck, and it's like, I don't know the best analogy. It's like a screw going into a board. It just makes it tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. So sometimes if the choke isn't put in properly, it creates a neck crank. But if you have the choke in properly, it chokes the hell out of them. It's really, really nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, even if you do get a neck crank, you're going for a choke. Yeah. Just try to choke people in practice.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so those are my favorite ways to finish it from mounted triangle. It's actually one of my favorite positions to get because once you get it, it's over.
Well, since we're here and we're talking about it, so let's go back to self-defense a little bit. We covered it yesterday, but let's say Coach Fabio is an assailant towards you and get you on your back, and now he's in your guard. How can you use the triangle for self-defense, even maybe rolling it over into that mounted triangle for just positional control to hold them in that position until maybe, like, if it's a fight, authorities arrive, or, you can, end the fight there if you need to,
So you're talking about how with the mounted triangle.
Well, how can the triangle in general be used for self-defense? So let's start. So let's say Fabio has pushed you down. You've got knocked into guard as we did yesterday, right? Good. Yep, you get him into your guard because he keeps pursuing. Yeah, boom. Do it one more time. Go back. Cassie says punch his face. Or Kelly, I call it Cassie. Oh my gosh. Good. He gets in the guard. Good. And he pulls into the triangle right away by controlling the arms and then to the shoulders. So now he's able to control his posture where he can't get hit and hurt by using the triangle.
Actually, this is my second MMA fight. This guy was doing this.
Yep. And so now, let's say that Coach Fabio is really strong, and he's going to try to turn him because he's bullheaded, doesn't know jiu-jitsu. So then Coach James is going to roll him over into the mounted triangle here.
See, now I have to let go.
Yep.
That's my legs. But even from here, look.
So Coach James is now able to sit on top of his assailant in a way that, he's able to then either, if he needs to, he can continue to strike, or he can just hold the position, or if needed to, probably just push him to unconsciousness. But it's also just a good position here where he can just hold the position and doesn't have to risk taking more damage. It doesn't have to risk his opponent or his assailant taking more damage either, which is very important. Because our goal with jiu-jitsu is not necessarily to be able to hurt somebody, just because it's be able to do it when we need to.
Yeah. If you get in a mounted triangle position, especially mounted triangle, or even a triangle position, so that's the thing. What is that? My head. If you get in a triangle position in general, or really honestly any submission, the thing is with triangle, look, and again, this actually my second MMA fight, the guy was trying to punch me when I had him in a triangle. Look, it's very easy to block. Come on, Fabio, punch me. He can't, the more he goes back, the farther my arm just follows. He really can't hit me that hard. Okay? So if he's still fighting in a self-defense situation, don't let go.
Squeeze.
Don't let go. If they go out, let go a little bit. Know that they're going to wake back up. And you just wait until authorities get there. I mean, what do you think, Mike? I mean, that's what I want.
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen this used a lot, whether it's demonic triangle. I've seen people use different side control positions and all this stuff, headlock positions, rear, almost like a rear arm triangle, like a bulldog type choke position, just to kind of hold somebody in place with good pressure. Don't have to hit the person. Don't have to do anything more than just hold them there. Wait till they calm down. When somebody realizes, hey, there's nothing left that they can do, their emotions switch very fast, and then their decisions and behavior switch very fast. So it's one of those things why jiu-jitsu is important, because it doesn't mean that we have to finish the fight like in a violent manner. We can just be able to control another person's body well enough so that they can no longer hurt us, somebody around them, or themselves. So that would be a good self-defense concept, why the triangle is important to know, if nothing else. And you see Coach Fabio doing some jiu-jitsu drills.
Any other questions?
There are no other questions right now, guys. If you have any other questions, go ahead and pop them up. We'll stay live for the next couple minutes, and if there's no other questions, then we'll just finish out. Till then, you can watch Coach Fabio and James maybe just roll around for a little bit.
Ooh. Wait, can I roll with him?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can roll?
Yeah.
But what about the C word?
Well, we've got a gathering of less than 10, right? So just don't cough on each other. I don't know. Hold your breath while you're doing it.
Is Patrick watching?
No.
He'd be proud.
Okay.
Right for the heel flip.
Right in. Coach Fabio will let you do it.
Yeah. Right. Okay, what's up with your all
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the stitching kind of busted out. Oh, you're very welcome, Janelle. Yeah, Mary, spray them with Lysol. You're welcome, Hannah.
You guys see that video on Facebook that there's a gym still open, and as a joke, they have like
the pump sprayer.
and they're spraying people while they roll.
Yeah, somebody posted it in the group page earlier.
It's funny.
Just spraying them with water and making a joke. But yeah, so I guess there's no other questions. Everybody's saying thank you. So really appreciate everybody tuning in today. I think today was the most that we've had all week. We had about 12 people tops watching. We'd obviously like to get to more.
When I messed up mine, I had 118 views.
No, yeah, exactly.
When I messed up mine, I had 118.
But later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about wildlife. So anyway, but still, so do remember today is going to be the last day of the week that we're doing these videos. We will be back again on Monday as things start to progress. Next week we'll cover some more like maybe advanced triangle concepts. I think this next week we're doing triangles again. Yeah.
We're doing triangles, and we got some more cool at-home drills. A lot more cool at-home drills that we're gonna do. Not necessarily so much triangle related.
Yeah.
But we got some really cool stuff coming next week. So please make sure you tune in. Tune in.
Right. Yeah.
Just so TV-ish right now. But yeah, please make sure you tune in next week because we got some really cool stuff. We are gonna go over more triangle stuff, but there are other things that we're gonna do. A lot of cool at-home drills that you guys can do. And I did some of them earlier, and
Right.
it was a workout.
Yeah. If anybody has any videos they want to send in of any drills that they've been doing, just go ahead and post them to the page. Post your kids' practice videos to the page. Happy to give some critique. Yourself, any practice stuff. But otherwise, we'll see you Monday. As Coach James said, feeling TV-ish. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Bye.
We'll see you later.